Okay, what is going on? I'm back. Hasn't been very long. It's really just been like a day and a half, but nothing is set in stone. I moved a couple things around. I set these in the floor. I thought that might be a little bit nicer and out of the way. I set up a couple more the generators. But first of all, I wanted to mention, in the first videos, I noticed I was mumbling, which I'm just talking to myself, so I just tend to end up mumbling, so I apologize if I keep doing that. But, because like I feel like I'm just talking to myself, which really I am. But I feel like I need to make it sound like I'm talking to someone else. I need to be speaking at someone, not to myself. So I'm going to try to do better about that. We'll see. Again, this is brand new to me, so I'm sure I'll just get used to it. But yeah, no, I haven't done anything crazy without recording it. I do plan it right now. I got the supplies, and I don't actually. So it's the magmatic generator. Oh, I did only need 8. Okay. So we're done with the first page. I completed all that. I think I have that. Then it kind of points over here to other generators, but I was looking at the recipe for this one. You can make an 8 times one. Matter of fact, you can make a 64 times, but I'm not doing that. I just want to make one of these. So I have the 8 already in here. I added a crafting upgrade to my chest, so it has a crafting table in it. So I can make those 8. And then I need a diamond gear. And so 1,280 FE per tick. This does what? 6. So it's 10 times about. Just I guess I don't need this. But I'm gonna let that generate up. What I want to do is... I'm sorry, I did not complete the first chapter. I still have to do this. The gateway. So the only problem with the gateway... this is gonna look really ugly, but I just have to do it. I think it spawns a bunch of enemies, which is fine. Then it spawns a bunch of passive mobs, and... if I don't cordon it off with fence gates, or not fences gates, sorry, walls, I think they're just gonna fly off. So let's see what happens, because I would really like to get some chickens. And so I can get some feathers, because I want to make a mob farm. And in order to get a mob farm up and running, I need the mob fans. And you need chickens to upgrade them. No, that can't work. There should hopefully be enough space. I think so. In order to do this, you need to make a gateway, which is flowers. Oh, an eye of ender? Oh, crap. Hold on, I have a little bit of endstone. I have 2 pieces. Come on, big money. Oh my god, I even got an eye of ender. Let's go. Thank god, I didn't think so it's called gateway. There's a few of them, especially these apothec ones. That is way in the future, but they are pretty great. Gateway of the Emerald Grove. So these are the... And there's our extremely loud chapter 1, all done. Very nice. I have I don't have osmium boots because I like the step height. But let's see. This should be okay, I think. I don't think it's anything crazy. I do have it hidden. You can hide your armor, but I am wearing it. And I did it at daytime, so they are burning. Oh, good. Green fruit. Oh, hay bales for breeding. Throw that away. Gotta have a magnet. So everything I just threw away is just. Pig, watch out. Yeah. I thought I had a water bucket. I did not. Y'all are gonna regret standing here. He's a bit of a beefier man's. Okay, great. You all stay right here for now. Look. Okay. Easy enough for that. Just gear up a little bit and you should be able to fight that. Probably better than I did. I'm not that great at combat. And then you got a bunch of animals to start you off. Oh, there's some saplings in there. Crap, I kind of want those. Birch? No. Spruce, yeah. I don't care about the other ones. Anyway. Easy enough. A couple of other things I pointed out. I moved the generator. I made that 8x one. I put it down here. I'm going to make this look maybe a little bit nicer, but it's just under here. So basically, what I've got is an iron block generator. So I upgraded the, capacity a little bit. And then I've got a storage drawer here with a void upgrade, so there's no extra buildup. There really shouldn't be anyway, in theory. Unless you catch it at the right time. But anyway, it's pumping into 6 crucibles, which have uranium block, which if you can see at the top there, it's doing at 20 times speed. So it's pretty much just melting as soon as it gets in there. And being pumped into a fluid drawer, which is like the drawers I've used before, except it holds fluids. Got a couple upgrades on there to make sure it can hold more. 2,000 buckets, or yeah, which is immediately being pumped into here, the generator, which we will hook up with cables to things. But this is going to generate our power for right now. And since it is full of lava, this is just going to build up, which is great, because I'll need lava. So, for right now, I'm going to do that. What I want to do, head up over here, chapter 2, finally. Woohoo! It actually gives us an energy cube, which is kind of great, actually. I can use this for right now. It's just like a battery, basically. I want to get these going, the flux hammer and the flux sieve. basically just the automated version of this, and obviously hammering. But again, we're gonna need another cobblestone generator. So, but let's make them. We have to do that first. Flux hammer. Flux sieve. Doing the favorites. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but I went and got some netherite. Basically, you just have to use, crush up the netherrack, you sift it, you get a ton of blackstone, then you compress it into blocks, crush it, and sift it, and you get a ton of ancient debris and stuff like that. And a ton of the blackstone in return, because I have a whole bunch at the top. And I've added a stack upgrade to this, so multiply the number of stacks that can fit in a slot by 3. So this can fit 3 stacks at once, basically. So that's really nice. Just for early storage. Alright. Flex sieve. What do we need? Okay, sieve, iron. Do I have... Okay, I do have a decent amount of iron. I have a feeling I'm going to need some of that, so... We need iron bars. Hopper. And... Gonna... Sieve. Okay. Powered sieve, easy enough. Excuse me. And then the hammer. I'm gonna have to give up my hammer. So, another hopper. Some glass panes. Yeah, you can have my hammer because... Do I need ingots to make this? No. It's alright, make another one. No problem, no problem. So now I've got the hammer and the sieve. For demonstration purposes, because this is not going to be permanent. We can read the quest, because I had to read it a second ago. Flux hammer will automatically hammer items. It won't use durability, but rather it will use energy. You need inventory behind the machine, the side that is open. The wheel will be on the right side of the output side in order to automatically output. So then we can put the sieve behind it and it will act as... Which side is it open? This one? Okay. We have to set this to output to this guy. This is gonna run out. I'm literally just doing this to test, and then I will... But look, I can throw a stack of cobblestone in here. And I'm wondering if this is gonna work. And what the output side was. Yeah. So we crushed it, it turned it into gravel, and it put it in here. And I've got energy pipes, so I can power this. But it needs a sieve. Or a mesh. I take my main one. Missing inventory on the output side. I think this one said it was on the bottom. So, a chest. And you can make that speed up like crazy. You can also enchant the meshes. What am I doing? Which is kind of crazy. I forgot you could do that. I don't think it will just output anywhere, unfortunately. I think it only will output to below. So, again, for testing purposes, boom, it just sieved it and pulled this stuff out. Now I'm probably going to make this a lot more streamlined. Maybe build up a line of them or something. I'm not sure yet. But that is just going to slowly, very slowly, generate some stuff. What are the upgrades for this? I kind of remember what they look like. Maybe not. There's oh, they're right here. So what is the cost of this? The energy doesn't seem to be going down too bad. But look at that. I mean, that's not bad. You let this sit here for a while, just AFK. And even, like I said, when you upgrade it, it goes crazy. I remember I couldn't figure out where all my power was going the first time I played all the mods. And I didn't know how power really worked. So, I was just kind of wondering what the hell is happening. And it's just... like, there's a lot of things here. RF per tick, RF per item, you know. And so I was not generating... I had like 4 of these running. And I thought, oh, I can't be using that much. It can't be these. And it was these. But, you live and learn. So I did a little bit of work real quick. As I catch up, I automated a little bit of another cobblestone. I got like 4 of them set up. This is to automatically build up some sand and gravel. They'll be stored in the drawers once this fills and this fills, but that'll be a minute, so it's just running in the background. This one I upgraded to an emerald generator, which I don't think I needed to because this doesn't run super fast. But it's automating the cobblestone, crushing it into gravel. The gravel is being sifted. And this is all very ugly. Everything I make at the beginning is ugly. Once I get resources, I'll streamline it, but... which is being pumped into the controller, which is automatically filling up here. So I'm just automatically getting these... or, yeah. I'm automatically generating resources. And I took all those animals, I built them a little bit of a green patch. The chickens, they don't get as much room. Sorry, it's just the way it is. But they got a little patch over here now. And I am working on a mob grinding thing over here. I think I mentioned I wanted to build a mob grinder. So in order to do that, I needed a room. I'm not going to go crazy with it right now. But, so the mob utilities mod, the GM chicken feed, is what we want. Which I made it. But I'll show you how to do it. Obviously, you just need a couple mob drops and any seed, just wheat seeds. But the XP buckets are a little bit more weird if you don't know about them. Obviously, you can just click on recipes and stuff and try to figure it out. But easiest way is to make this singularity tank, which I have it favorited. A couple of ender eyes, which you can get from crushing endstone. And then, so you just do that. It's pretty simple. And you stand on top of it, and it will just take your experience, as you can see at the bottom. Just taking it, filling it. But that way you can bucket it. I don't have a bucket. Yeah. Can I put it back? Yeah. Great. So now, this chicken looks perfect. We just feed it to a chicken. And he's fine. He's just away. The other thing I had to mention, which I forgot, was a time in a bottle. If you don't know about them. They just accumulate time. And they're fairly simple to make. I mean, clock, diamond, iron, lapis. It's just stuff we have. And like say this. You can see its speed. You just shift right click. Apparently you can't shift right click those. That's embarrassing. How about my furnace? How about we do something useful like ores? Let's do osmium. Throw a bunch in there. And then we can just time it and bottle it. So it's going 16 times as fast, and boom. It's just flying out. Which I did add a factory upgrade to this, which allows you to have 5 slots, but it also needs power instead of coal. Are we serious? Leave me alone. Nobody likes you. Can't believe you won the mob vote. Alright, anyway. There's actually one more thing I need to make. I forgot. We need to make the mob masher. I don't have any of this stuff, but that's okay. Should be easy enough. Okay, I actually need a lot more iron than I might have. We'll see. Let's see. This is 6 slots. I can count. I think I said 5 earlier. Okay. So I need to make 6 swords. That's not gonna just... Whatever. It's good enough. Hope that wasn't on my iron. I'm pretty sure it just was. Okay. I'll be back in a second after I rectify that. Okay, a few minutes later, I went and sifted like 30 stacks of gravel. And I got some more iron cooking, but this should hopefully be enough. That's what I was doing. So we're gonna need a few of these. Probably that many. And we can make 2 sets of iron spikes. Oh, the redstone's not in blocks. It's alright, and all the diamonds are up here. My first chest is getting pretty full. I might have to make a netherite soon. Map, sure. And we'll need a lever. Which I can never find anything in the chest, so I have to look everything up. Alright. I thought this was, Oh. Can I make the absorption hamper? Yes, I can. Absorption hamper is not the fastest item or thing, but it's gonna work for right now. But I just want to also, yeah, get all these quests done. Say, I'm gonna guess it just refunds you. 3 extra dreadful dirt. We'll hold on to that. Alright. And this is tinted glass. It's awesome. And it can withstand withers. It's super cheap to make, glass and coal. But the main reason we killed that, that chicken went away earlier. This will create a 5x5 area of dreadful dirt, which has extremely increased spawn rates of mobs or monsters. And I want to put this mob masher in the, that'll work. And I have cog blocks, which act as like conductors of like redstone. So I'll put that there. And then we do this. Pretty sure? Yep. And that will turn it on. There is a slime in there. It's pretty dark. But I'm gonna make a couple fans, which are right here. And they'll push everything forward and then push them into the middle here to be ground up. And then this hopper will pick up all the items for us. And I'll have a chest here. So I'm gonna make all that, I'll build all that, and then probably come back. Alright, so I've got it set up right now. They are spawning, and you can see I've got a little bit of a path here. There's a fan in the back, you just activate them with a redstone signal. I had to add a few upgrades, which are pretty easy to make, just feathers. So if you did that Emerald Grove thing earlier, you got the chickens, you can get the feathers. So I can increase the distance. So it's on. And they're all being pushed, and then there's another fan right here, pushes them in the corner, and that turns it on. And so I need to fix the hopper. You can see the radius it picks stuff up. So which way is that? South. Which would make that east. Yeah, we want it to pick up like in that area. So it'll pull everything. I threw an ender pearl. That scared me. And it'll stack up in this chest. I made a giant chest so it would last a while. My magnet is kind of getting in the way. There. But yeah, since the glass is pitch black. Why is he not? That's gotta be some form of cheating, man. See ya. But yeah, you can also, I can't open, no. You can open this interface. There are a ton of other upgrades. Look at mob. There's a fire aspect one, which is pretty useless, I would say. Anyway, you can add the upgrades. Beheading could be useful in some points. Looting is probably the best one, and sharpness. So, yeah, this can just run while I do my other stuff. And this will fill up. I might add a stack upgrade in the future, and a void maybe if I get some stuff I really don't want, like sticks. Eventually the armor. Oh, a green one. Cool. Yeah, that'll just run. I'm surprised the Endermen aren't teleporting. Usually they do, and there is a thing here. Ender inhibitor just stops them from teleporting, but they don't seem to be teleporting, so I'm not worried about it. And what's next on the agenda? Probably going to start up a little bit of mystical agriculture. I was looking into the pack here, and it looks like most of the resource comes through Geor, which I don't. Is this their custom mod? I don't know, but I've never heard of it. Because usually you used mystical agriculture, which is just growing your resources. But when I looked at mystical agriculture, they took out a lot of seeds. Like there are some, but it's mostly blocks and elements and entities. Awakened draconium seeds, that's actually kind of nice. But yeah, I guess we'll be learning about ores at some point. But I want to start mystical agriculture just to get some of the basic things. Like there are dirt seeds I want to make. Like I make dirt. It is really annoying making dirt. One of the easiest ways on like a normal skyblock. How good I have it with me. Do I have gravel? Okay, I don't have gravel, but it doesn't matter. You can make coarse dirt with gravel and dirt, and then you can just place dirt because it like duplicates it. You put in 2 dirt and 2 gravel, and you get 4 coarse dirt. And then you can just hoe that, and it becomes regular dirt. And that's the early way, but once you can get mystical agriculture seeds, it's so much easier. Because it'll just do it automatically. But yeah. Alright, so I want to get my mystical agriculture started. I don't actually know where I got the seeds. Maybe it was from the west in chapter 2. Yeah. Because I killed a mob, you get Inferium Essence, and it gave me the seeds. But we need to make infusion altars. 1 altar pedestals, I guess. Hopefully I have everything. I did make some dye in preparation and a bit of gold. So, need an altar. And 8 pedestals. Beautiful. Ooh, we're gonna need prosperity seeds. Got a couple prosperity shards, but I don't know if I have enough. 3, that is not enough. Well, let's build this first. I think I'm gonna build the farm over here. So maybe I put the altar here. Maybe not. There's no room right now. It'll tell you where to put them, so that's why you put this one down first. And so how do you get prosperity shards again? No, we can't get prosperity ores. Sieving. Soul sand, huh? Well, I don't... Create would be nice to start up literally just for this, but... Shouldn't last too long. Why is this going in here? Sorry. We have witch water. And it was sand. Okay, that's fine. It's a perfect opportunity to show the time of the bottle. And we need a... Oh, God, dude. I cannot wait to get an actual storage system. Alright. So put this over here, this over here. We speed it up and it's gonna be like slow fast. You see that progress at the top just flying. Nice. That should be all we need. I'm gonna refill it again. Just to get started. Because... I'm pretty sure you can make soul sand out of, yeah, nether essence. So, once we can get that stuff going, it won't be a big deal. But we need the prosperities. Make prosperity seeds. Oh, it gives me some, of course. I would take advantage of that and just use that. Is it because I never held these? I'll claim that later. It gives you seeds. Oh my god. Where is Mystical? Right here. And there's probably a ton of rewards in here too. Oh. I'll take a random. Inferium Essence. 5. Okay, great. Just fucking hate me. First one I want to make is dirt seeds, though. And it's literally just dirt. Okay, that's so easy. I wasn't sure if it was, Oh, shit, we need redstone. Oh, I have others. Boom. The only part is I don't remember if you can actually duplicate the seeds or not. I don't know if it depends on the quality of the secondary tank. Maybe that is it. did get another one. I think this other pack I was playing had that disabled. Some of the higher tiers don't have it. Or no, wait, I'm gonna contradict myself one more time. I think it's because the tier is 1 of the seed and the soil is tier 1. I think it has to be matching. Maybe we could start up create to build the farms. I don't know if you need the harvester pylons. There you go. That's a little bit for right now. Boom. Just stacks of dirt. Love it. God, I love that. Oh. I had dirt in here somewhere. Somewhere. Take a little nappy poo. The other thing I need to look into getting is the harvester pylon. There's other things. I'm sure there's plenty of ways actually, but I just think this is like the best. It's super simple to make. The only thing that's not even that tough to get, just right now it is a little, is quartz slabs. Just to get, or no, you can get quartz from dust, yeah. Oh, netherrack, and I have like 20,000 netherrack in that drawer, so that's no big deal. But that harvester is pretty awesome. Let's favorite that so I can remember it. I'd like to. Yeah, not everything can beat them. Right now, so I'm gonna do a little, you know, let's make the pylon real quick because you can configure it to how big you want the area. I just can't remember how big it can actually go. And make sure it's a black stone, polished, and a hay bale. Luckily I have a piece of hay, or wheat. And you need a hoe, which I have a diamond one. I'll just use that for right now. I also whipped up a little backpack. Ended up getting some armor from this over here, some leather, and you can put it on a cutting board and use shears and chop it up. This is still storing a ton of XP, I forgot about that. And this has been cranking pretty good. I gotta fix this so it stores things properly. I did add a void upgrade, so it'll just void all the tools and armor that drop in here. There we go. They come in here. Oh, we get a couple gems. That's kind of nice. But yeah, this needs it. I was running low on redstone before, but witches are spawning. That's great. This just sucks my XP as soon as I walk by. So the pylon does up to 9 by 9. That's what I thought, which I think is the perfect amount just to have one piece of water in there. If I have a bucket, because I can never remember where they are. Alright, let's build that up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 and 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need some water. Pretty sure it's the middle. Yeah. No. Because I'm pretty sure water sources reach 4 blocks in every direction. I think it's 5 maybe, but... And there are ways to crank up growth acceleration. But for right now, put all these on the border. And... pile on down? No. Put the hoe in here. It also needs an inventory, so we'll have to go get a chest for it. There's some somewhere. Here's a chest. I'll definitely upgrade this chest, but... and there'll be a whole system here. While it's working. And then if I go over here and squat, grow these. They harvest them so fast. Crazy. Speaking of harvesting. Holy crap, they have it. The lily pad of fertility. I watched a video when I was playing All the Mods 9, and you can just crank out these things. You can build like a whole lily pad bed underneath. It's insane. But yeah, now this will just start growing these. And storing it. That's great. The best one is to set up a big inferium farm and get that cranking, because you're going to need a lot of it. Tools themselves are really good, but we are playing all the mods, so there is... I don't know where it is. They have extreme reactors? Sorry. We are playing all the mods. So here's the other thing. I might record some of this, but all the modium is not hard to get. So, you can get all the modium nuggets I saw by sieving sand, crushed blood. So this is a 4% chance, this is a 6%, and a netherite mesh. So as is, this is probably my best one. I need a netherite mesh, which I saw you can, I looked in the quests. There's no bastions, you can just go to the nether, I'm pretty sure there's fortresses. At least I thought that's how it was. But you need a netherite upgrade. How do you get that? Well, you can make this diamond upgrade. Luminous crystal might be kind of hard to get my hands on at this moment. Not in the future, but right now. And to make this gem fused slate, we need gem dust. To do that, by dropping any apothic gem into the world and dropping the anvil on top of it. So, let's do that real fast, so I can show you how that works. I don't know if I have... where's my iron? Did I not just make 3 blocks? I hate it here. Okay, and we have a couple gems here. This one's pretty trash, so... Boom. Gem dust. Now I can't remember... 2 gem dust to make a softening table. There's a couple gems my thing was picking up. These are, whatever. They're cracked gems. They're not that good. I'm not really too worried about making that this second. That luminous crystal, though, you need to equip common leggings. Crap. Okay, that's gonna be a problem. Because I have this voiding everything. Hopefully that picks up a couple pieces of armor. I guess in the meantime, while it does that, which we can turn that thing up, by the way. This thing's been generating resources, this autosieve. We're going kind of crazy up here. We got, what, a couple thousand lapis, 500, 600, 800 diamonds. It's been cranking pretty good. The copper's what I want right now. And you can open this config if you want. If you want to use a pipe or a hopper, that's up to you. But you can just set the left to output and then auto output on. And it'll just start pushing it into this inventory. So it's kind of nice. No need for the pipes and everything. What I want to make, I have a few here. Cog block. And I don't have redstone blocks. I'll just make them all into blocks because I need about 25. But they come in 6s, so. And observer. Two of them to make a clock, which I can never actually remember which way it is. Is it like that? No, it's the faces touching each other. That's what you need to do. What do I need to do? Common leggings? No leggings yet. That's okay. I'm about to go on a stupid mission here. To get underneath the dirt. Because the way this dreadful dirt works, it like increases the spawn rate or the tick speed if you have a redstone signal, or like a redstone pulse, I should say, because it's like every tick. So that's why we need to create this. So we want the pulse to go the other way. Okay, great. That just fell. Because I don't have my magnet on, so I don't pick up all the shit that's falling out of this. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Luckily I had enough for 3. Okay, don't make that mistake again. Turn the magnet on. Yeah, I figured I'd start picking shit up. That's why I didn't want to do it. Okay, so we need to place it against this block. And then this way? Why does it have a redstone signal? Yeah, just chill out. Sorry, my inventory's getting filled. It's stressing me out. Alright, cool. I equipped the leggings I needed. Why do these have like a permanent signal? dog. Oh, wait, I'm stupid. They're in here. They're all in here, because I forgot there's a absorption hopper. That actually kind of saved the day on that one. What? Am I... Oh, it's like pulsing. Okay, I think I just built it wrong. That's okay. I'm gonna have to cut all this because I'm such an idiot. Why did that work? Because I placed it on its face. Oh, I'm so stupid. That's what you have to do. There we go. And now they're cranking. You can see them all activating. Freaking idiot. Now their spawn should be increased like crazy. Their spawn rate. I'm gonna have to add sharpness to this to deal with these faster. And I need to store this XP because I am literally just wasting it. I guess for now, let's see how I fill up real fast. Up. Good. That is going to fill up fast, but it's something. Alright, well, anyway. That's how you crank out more resources. Start up the agriculture. Which is, again, should just be passive. I'll probably fix this. So they're within chunk borders. Well, yeah, no, because it needs to be... The farm needs to be in one, so I can load chunks if I need to. However, if that's spawn, it probably shouldn't matter. But yeah. This will just grow. I could sit here with a shift macro and just go eat dinner or something. Come back to thousands. $5 of my time in a bottle. Let's go. You'll also get fertilizer. I think just works on regular crops. And later I'm going to set up a... I'm assuming we have them. They're in like every pack ever. Yeah. The RF tools crafters. Because in mystical agriculture, there are these essences. Although, did they just get rid of Insanium? Oh no, it's way up here. Never mind. There's different kinds of Imperium. There's an Imperium crystal? Since when are there different tiers? Huh. Okay. Either way, you have to tier up through these, and then you can get the Master Infusion Crystal, which, right here, has unlimited uses. If you saw the other ones, they did not. That's weird. I've never seen the other types of crystals. Oh, Mystical Agriculture Tiered Crystals. It's a mod. Okay, great. Make my life fucking harder. I've been letting this run for a little while and waiting for bosses to spawn. You'll see them. They'll pop up right on your screen. Hoping for a blue item to spawn, like this one. Perfect. See if there's any other ones. Let's see right now. That's alright. I have to clear out all this armor at some point. But it's literally just to get a blue item. I gotta get rid of my step height boots. That's so annoying. But I had the 2 gem dust I had from crushing those gems, and I made up there, right there at the bottom. You can see where it popped up. It also makes a loud noise. So I made the salvaging table from the 2 gem dust I got. And then that, so this is blue. It will give us that blue material. See on the left. We got to, now that is what we needed to make that template. We also need to crush a couple gems. That one's pretty bad. Let's get rid of that. Because we need gem dust. So. Then, this is all for the nether template. What is it called? Netherite. Here we go. I don't have deep slays. Are you kidding me? Do I have any? Thank God. It's really deep slate. It's not cobbled deep slate. I hate it. Okay, let's try. Make these. But you will need these way later for other apotheosis stuff, but by then this stuff should be easy in production. Okay, cool. And that kind of gives you 2. Is there a duping recipe? No. So let's make our first netherite template. Woo! Yay! Oh, we dropped. Now let's duplicate this. Let's get some diamonds. Some nether egg. Okay. What did I need the netherite template for? I think it was to get all the modium better. All the modium. I think the best option was through a netherite mesh. 15% chance for crushed blackstone. So what sucks is I'm not gonna be able to replace. I don't have a smithing table. I have some netherite. 6. So I can make 6 of these meshes netherite, at least. And I'll happily do that. I would have to do them all at some point, because it will only use these 6, unless I click on this. Oh, I just unlocked a bunch of stuff. This like whole branch I think I just unlocked. Look, free template. Sand and blackstone. So I think I have a ton of blackstone. Excuse me. What I'm gonna do with this? Guess I could have compressed it, but whatever. I probably should have. Well, that would just ruin my hunger. I need to get food up and running too. Something better. I could probably whip up a good bit of gold and carrots and just whip up gold carrots for right now. Yeah. Let's see what we can get here. Alright, cool. Absolutely just blitzed my inventory. Smelted that. Hello. Packed eyes. Where were you a long time ago? This shit is ass. Maybe a dark oak sapling just to have it. I would need 4 of them, don't you? Okay, either way, should be some Altamodium here. Wow, I got 54 out of that. That was a lot of Blackstone, too. Because I think he used templates for Altamodium. Yeah. A block per? Oh, but you can dupe it. Okay. More netherite. That's great. Well, we got that cooked, so. Probably need some more gold. I'm not even bothering with ore duping anymore. I could, it wouldn't hurt. But I'm blind. There's our first one. Awesome. So we'll need more netherite, which was netherite the problem? No, gold was. As long as I don't ever use the last one, you know. So let's favorite this recipe. We can make one Altamodium item. And the Altamodium, they have a heavy mace now. That's pretty awesome. Maybe the sword? The pickaxe, I have the Paxel. Well. Wow, that's how you make that. That's crazy. I don't know, is the pickaxe worth it? I like having my Paxel. In the long run, it probably will, because I have an idea. An Altamodium hoe will be extremely useful, too. Believe it or not, because if you put it in the harvest pylon, this thing uses durability. But that's unbreakable. So. But once we're able to crank up more, I think I'll probably do the sword. So what's this? 8? Altamodium's 18. So we need to make a netherite sword. Probably get started on some enchanting and whatnot soon. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, folks. Here it is. Wow. See how it works. Hey. Here. Alright, that's pretty good. And I'll probably... Oh my god, I get so many things sometimes. Do a bunch of grinding. If the armor... The armor's probably very good, I would like that. Is it just the same? Oh yeah, it's the same. So I might just do a bunch of grinding and get this done to get the armor. Which I'm not going to record because it's just going to be me sifting. I might make the rest of these netherite meshes so I can do it quicker. I don't know. I mentioned it once or twice maybe, but you can enchant the meshes, which is pretty much only useful for this. But yeah, I think I'm going to go start grinding and maybe cut here for like an episode or two. I'm not sure. I've got a few things I need to combine. Don't know how long I want to make stuff. I want to make episodes an hour and a half or 35 minutes or 40 minutes. I personally love long videos. I like just throwing them up on the side monitor, just letting it rip while I especially when I do stuff like this. That's just grinding. So we'll see where we land on that. My other idea was just to stream and just upload the VODs. So I don't know yet. But for right now, we'll just do what I'm doing. So anyway, I'll see you around, and I'll probably be back with some brand new shiny armor. Goodbye.